This is my dream desk setup. It's the place where I script, film and edit all my content, but also just get inspired. It's actually a spare bedroom in the attic that I turned into this creative studio over the past year, and today I wanted to show you what products I use to create it, the overall design philosophy behind it, and also make a little upgrade that I'll get to later. Oh, and by the way, I've created a guide with all the links to the products, and I'll leave a link to it in the description. I actually spent quite some time thinking about what design I wanted to go for, and in the end I went with gray as kind of like the undertone, oak as kind of like the main theme of the space, and then I also added a touch of green to kind of achieve that natural, nature-inspired look I wanted to go for. Above all else though, I really wanted to make the space practical because I will be working here for the foreseeable future, so that's why I added a lot of these items that kind of elevate my workflow and make it just more efficient. Okay, now let's talk about the actual products of the setup, and let's start with the desk. This is the Alex desk from IKEA, and it has two drawers which are actually really big, although I do need to clean it up. But yeah, it has those two drawers. It's really nice. It's quite spacious actually. Anything I like about it most is that it has this cable management department which routes all your cables down to one spot. The monitor I'm using is the LG ULC 27-inch, and it's a USB-C monitor which works perfectly with my MacBook Pro, which is kind of like the heart of the setup. I decided not to go with a desktop Mac as I do need my Mac to be portable, so yeah, this is the setup I'm going with. And then I'm usually using it in this orientation, so with one big monitor that I have my main workflow on, and then my MacBook's display, which I could also have some stuff on. And I recently added this Kukshu iPad stand, which I can magnetically attach my iPad to, and it actually charges my iPad as well, which is really nice. And then I use universal control to control my iPad with my MacBook's trackpad and keyboard. Oh, and I know a lot of you are going to be asking where the wallpaper is from. It's actually a wallpaper that I've created myself, and it's in my ARX Wallpaper Pack V2. It's available in this desktop version of the wallpaper that also works on your iPad, and there's an iPhone version as well, and each version comes in 9 different colorways. I'll leave a link to the pack in the description in case you want to check it out. The desk shelf I'm using is from Grovemade, and it's the large model in oak, and I've really been loving this as it also gives me a bit more storage under the shelf. And I've added this Grovemade desk tray as well, which stores some of my SSDs and pens for quick access. The desk shelf also matches really nicely with my wall panels, which I've got 5 of, so I've got 2 behind my desk, one on the left side, one on the right side, and then one behind my charging station nook area. The panels are from a company called Silent Lines, and they are actually sound dampening as well because of the foam behind them, and that's really come in handy when creating content. I'm also using 2 desk mats on my desk. The first is a Grovemade leather desk pad in black, and I think it's the medium size. It's held up really well, so I'd actually really recommend this one. And then I'm also using a mauve smart desk mat on top of it, which is magnetic, so it lets me add accessories like this cable router, and this has been really clutch to have as well. Some of the peripherals on my desk include this oak MagSafe charger from Grovemade, which also matches really nicely with my desk shelf and my wall panels, and I use this one all the time to use my iPhone in standby mode. The webcam I'm using is the Opspot Tiny 2. It's a 4K webcam that can actually follow you around as well with AI, so that's really cool. I've also got a Magic Keyboard and Magic Mouse at my desk, which I rarely use, but these are my keyboard and mouse of preference, although the mouse does have some obvious design flaws. And I've also added 2 decorative items to my desk. One is a fake plant by IKEA, and it's called Theka. And I've also added this fresh linen candle, which was actually a birthday present by a friend of mine. Oh, and I almost forgot, I've also added this Calithea plant, but that's not really part of my desk setup, but yeah, it is in my home office and it adds another touch of green to it. When setting up the space, I also wanted to optimize it for content creation, so that's why I added this Keylight, which consists of a Amaran 150C, a Light Mini 3, and is mounted to the wall with a newer wall arm. This has really come in clutch when shooting A-roll and when my room is just a bit too dark to film, so that's when I turn this one on, and yeah, it helps out a lot. Alright, so let's now get to the upgrade I wanted to do in this video, because while I'm really happy with this space as it is, something I really wanted to improve on is the lighting, because especially at night it gets really dark in here, and just having the key light to kind of light my space kind of really kills the vibe. So that's actually why I bought these Philips Hue play lights, which I'm gonna put behind my monitor to kind of shine on the wall and really create that cool vibe you see on Instagram. And I've actually bought the bridge for this as well, because the play lights don't work without the bridge, so yeah, keep that in mind if you decide to purchase these. So that's my desk setup tour for now. This space will always be changing as time goes on, so if you'd like to see more videos like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel.